Hello there, Sir from 17 once again. This is a little analysis of some Scalebound footage that I have been delaying analysing for no good reason. Additionally, this is also news that this game has been delayed. So we were hoping it was going to be coming in 2016, and Platinum have said to reach the scope and the ambition of the game that they want to make, unfortunately this game's got pushed to 2017. Which is really sad, but I would rather them delay it and bring out a great game than them rush it and bring out a less than stellar game. And of course I do have this slowed down again, as we see these Final Fantasy-esque looking knights looking all crazy and armoured up with their regalias on them, their colours. And then we have the larger creatures being featured. This one is of course the Scalebound dragon, and then the main dude who's riding him, the person that everybody's calling the Dante ripoff. Which, I suppose if you do anything like that, you're going to get accused of being a ripoff at this stage, aren't you? But the dragon looks wonderful. The visuals on this game look absolutely fantastic. One thing that's to be concerned about in this footage, which you might not get the full brunt of when you watch it in slow-mo like this, is that the frame rate looked like shit. And Platinum are a team that always aim for solid frame rate, so they'll aim for 60 on console, and if they can manage to get this game solid 60 on console, I'll be very happy. If that 1 year extra development is to do exactly that, then I think it'll be worth it. But you see there, the dragon throws him off, he's giving him a bit of lip, he's a little cheeky. Just to give you an idea of the relationship here, Platinum are synonymous with having that kind of goofy humour, and that's exactly what this is. However, it's the slow-mo kind of adds to it, doesn't it? It's use your words. Oh, there's probably a lot of drama right here, and we're just not getting any of it. But look at the character design. How do you guys feel about him? I think he looks fine as a whole. I'm not a big fan of the headphones, because they remind me of Beats by Dre, and I think they're an overpriced piece of garbage that children really don't know much about audio headsets when it comes to buying them. But they're all the rage, so Dr. Dre gets fucking free money for zero effort. Although he used to be a decent rapper back in the day. If that's even the same fucking Dre, I assume it is. That's how much I'm in with the kids these days. But there you go again, with this press conference being like, yo dog, it's an exclusive. So, it pulls back into gameplay, and we're shown this very, just lush, verdant looking plain of grass, with all these crazy pieces of architecture, and then the main character goes into his bread and butter combo, which is a couple of really dramatic looking slashes that have got a lot of effects on them, you know, a lot of nice particulates. And then the most important thing that you see there is the damage percentages coming off the enemies, which is something completely new for Platinum to my knowledge. The dragon's kind of doing his own thing, and then of course the press conference pulls out to show the god that is Hideki Kamiya, an absolute beast. And he's playing the game, which I really, really enjoyed, to see the guy who is the creative director doing the press conference. I think that's a great sign of just development, because if you're the highest up on the team and you're doing this, then it means that you're involved 100% with your game, and he gets a lot of respect for that. But the guy comes, I mean, look at these slashes. You can tell that these slashes are meant to be fighting bigger creatures, because when he swings, it gets like this massive arc of almost like azure energy that comes off of it. It's really, really like a big swooshing attack as it pulls out again, and we get the wonderful dialogue. And you can see a little bit of a skybox there, which has got all floating islands and crazy looking planets in the distance. There's a map on the lower right, as you see. The dragon's doing its own thing. Apparently, as your relationship grows, you'll be able to command it. Shoots the bow there, gets a nice little explosion, bit of quick damage, and you can see that he's getting points on the side that are stacking up, and you'll notice that he's also chaining things. So there's going to be some kind of chain mechanic that of course makes the combat a little bit more detailed than it seems. And then we have an almost Ocarina of Time / Okami looking hood as it fades away there to this cutscene of him going into this cave. Which, can you remember the original concept art where it showed him all armoured up because of his arm, and he got into that kind of like crazy stone cladding, luminous green, like malachite looking hue? I was hoping that we would see more of that as he moves into here, and there is this massive crazy looking Hydra, and apparently this was announcing a 4-player co-op, because when you look back, it warps in identical looking dudes with dragons, and it's a pretty damn ambitious thing when you think about it, because massive, ambitious, kind of open-ended action game, 60 frames per second, and then with an extra 3 people on screen with everything else happening. It's going to be a big call getting this a solid 60. A really, really big call. And the only thing I can think of is a downgrade on the visuals or on the scope of the game, which I really hope they don't do. But just judging by the gameplay, it's, you know, it's rough, I would say. It's a nice idea of the concept, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty more to salivate over. And I have a lot of faith in Platinum because they're my favourite developer by far. So I am incredibly excited to see what happens to this game in the year that they take to keep working on it. And I just cannot wait to bring it to the channel, because it's going to be a great game. But there you go, folks. Scalebound. Not new footage by any means, but the delay is new news. How do you feel about it? Is it good? Is it bad? Are you upset? Are you happy? I think it's for the best. I do. It sucks for us, but what's an extra year really in the grand scheme of things? Yeah, not that much. So thank you for watching, and you take care now.